One way that we're often going to be presented with the information about supply and demand, because it can be a little bit more convenient and also transparent, is to present it in a table like this. So here we've got a demand curve and a supply curve represented in a table. So we have different prices and we know the quantity demanded and supplied at each of those prices, right? So if I were to draw this graphically, we could have supply and demand. So I've got a couple things that we want to look at in this video. So one is a question to kind of hone our analysis skills a little bit, right? So a little bit of critical thinking here to answer a particular question. So I've got the price going up by 2. And in this question, I say, assuming that the demand curve is linear, how do I figure out what the quantity demanded is when the price is equal to 5? So let me put a few data points here down. And when the price is $4, the quantity demanded is 60. And I know that when the price is $6, my graph's a little bit off here, but it's all right. The quantity demanded is 55. And I want to know what's the quantity demanded here when the price is $5. So how do I figure that out? Well, I can simply use the slope of the line, right? So here's what I know. I know that when the change in the price is equal to 2, from 4 to 6, the change in quantity demanded is equal to 5. Right? So for every 2 units of price change, I get 5 units of quantity demanded change, right? 60 minus 55. So if I want to know per unit, so I know that the change in quantity demanded divided by the change in the price is 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, right? So for every 1 unit increase in the price, quantity demanded is going to change by 2.5. So the price from 4 to 5, quantity demanded will increase from 60 down, subtracting 2.5. So 57.5. So if I put the price of 5 in here, the quantity demanded would be 57.5. Now, might take a couple practice shots, depending on how good you are with the algebra and the math and idea of a slope. It might take you a few practice tries to understand how we did that. But it's just taking the basic idea that that relationship, the change between them is constant over the demand curve. All I have to do is use that slope or figure out the slope to know how much quantity demanded will change for each 1 unit change in the price. Okay, so that's kind of an aside, just a skill to develop and to sort of hone those critical thinking skills, which is one of the important things that we want to get out of this class. Okay, more practically, let's find the equilibrium quantity and price. Okay, so where do those 2 curves meet each other? And here, all I have to look for is where the quantity demanded and quantity supplied are equal. Those are equal when the price is equal to $8. So P star is equal to 8, Q star is equal to 50. Quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. So, notice if the price was $4, price is below the equilibrium price, we're going to have a shortage. A shortage of 20 because the quantity demanded, 60, is larger than the quantity supplied, 40. More people want to buy it at the lower price than are willing to sell it. We have a shortage of 20. If we go to a price of 12, the price is too high, above the equilibrium price, we're going to have a surplus of 20. because the quantity supplied is greater than the quantity demanded. More are willing to sell it at the higher price than people are willing to buy it. Okay, so we'll see this information in graphs or in tables, but we're looking for the same thing, which is at what price is the quantity demanded equal to the quantity supplied. That's our equilibrium. All right, so we'll take this information, understanding of equilibrium, into our next learning objective to then start predicting how events will affect prices.